Before Rome, before Greece, before the long ships cut through frozen northern seas, two worlds existed at the edges of human imagination, and both of them were built on the same foundation: power, sacrifice, and the absolute certainty that the universe was watching. In the south, the Greeks looked up at Mount Olympus and saw gods who burned with human passion, jealous, brilliant, catastrophically flawed. Gods who loved and betrayed and schemed and laughed. Gods who felt like family, dangerous, unpredictable family, sitting just above the clouds. In the north, the Norse looked into the void and saw something older, something colder. Gods who didn't rule from comfort, but from sacrifice. Odin hung himself from Yggdrasil for 9 days, pierced by his own spear, starving, suspended between worlds, just to earn the wisdom of the runes, not because he had to, because he chose to. Two pantheons, two visions of what divinity means. One question that has never been answered. What happens when Olympus and Valhalla collide? Every war begins at the top. Zeus, king of Olympus, born from betrayal, swallowed by his own father Cronus, and cut free from his stomach by the blade of revolution. He didn't inherit his throne. He seized it, held it, and defended it against titans, giants, and his own family for eternity. His weapon is the Master Bolt, forged by the Cyclopes in the fires beneath the earth. A weapon so absolute that even the other Olympians flinched when he raised it. Lightning that doesn't just strike, it erases. But Zeus is a king who rules through dominance, through fear, through the constant, exhausting performance of power. Now look at Odin. The Allfather didn't just want power. He wanted to understand it, and that distinction is everything. He sacrificed his eye at Mimir's well to drink a single sip of cosmic wisdom. He hung from the world tree for 9 days. He sends his ravens Hugin and Munin, thought and memory, across all 9 realms every single day just to know. Zeus commands the sky. Odin commands knowledge, and knowledge of what's coming is worth more than any bolt of lightning. In a direct clash of power, Zeus wins. In a war of strategy and foresight, Odin wins before Zeus realizes the battle has started. If Zeus and Odin are the minds of their pantheons, Thor and Ares are the fists. Ares, Greek god of war, born for battle, fueled by bloodlust, worshipped by soldiers who needed their violence sanctified. He doesn't strategize. He doesn't calculate. He walks into the chaos of war and becomes it. But the Greeks didn't actually like him. He was feared, yes. The Greeks saw war as a necessary evil, and Ares embodied everything ugly. Thor is something completely different. Thor is not the god of war. He is the god of protection, of storms, of the common people. Mjolnir wasn't just a weapon. It was a blessing. Vikings used the hammer symbol at births, at weddings, at funerals. Ares fights because destruction is his nature. Thor fights because protection is his purpose. In pure physical terms, this matchup is the closest in the entire war. One driven by rage, one driven by duty. But rage burns out. Thor, by the length of a single hammer throw. Every war has a moment where the rules dissolve. That moment belongs to the tricksters. Hermes, messenger of the gods. He is speed and wit, and the beautiful chaos of a plan that works, because nobody saw it coming. But Hermes operates within a system. Loki answers to nothing. Born of giants, raised among gods, trusted by neither, Loki exists in a space between all categories. He is the father of monsters, literally. Fenrir the wolf, Jarmungandr the world serpent, and Hel who rules the dead. Hermes is the cleverest messenger in existence. Loki is the reason messengers can't be trusted. This isn't even a contest. Loki wins, and Hermes probably helped him without realizing it. The most overlooked battle. Poseidon, god of the sea. His trident can split continents. His rage reshapes coastlines. Njord, Norse god of the sea, wind, and fishing. The quiet one, the god Vikings trusted every time they left shore. Poseidon rules the sea through dominance. Njord understands the sea because he is part of it. In deep water, Njord knows something Poseidon doesn't, and in the end, that knowledge is the difference. So who wins? Olympus or Valhalla? Both pantheons wrote their own ending before a single battle was ever fought. The Greeks knew the age of gods was ending. Olympus itself would one day be emptied by the slow withdrawal of belief. The Norse knew something darker. Ragnarök, the end of everything. Odin devoured by Fenrir. Thor dying from venom. The Norse gods knew Ragnarök was coming. They knew exactly how they would die. They knew they couldn't stop it. And they fought anyway. Not because they could win, but because how you face the end is the only thing that was ever truly yours to choose. Zeus ruled from a throne of lightning. Odin walked into a war he knew he would lose. That is the difference. There is no winner, but only one pantheon faced the end without flinching. Which side are you on? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe to Nordic Truths Unearthed. Because we're just getting started, and the next clash makes this one look like a warm-up.